Assalamualaikum and very good day everyone. Today, my group and I will be presenting our analysis for assignment 3. Our presentation will focus on critical social issue that continues to impact our education system, which is bullying in school. To begin our discussion, let's take a look at what bullying actually means according to official standard. According to the Ministry of Education, MOE guideline, bullying is defined as a repeat, aggressive behavior where an individual or group use their power such as a physical, strength, popularity, or status to hurt, intimidate, or control someone weaker. For my first case, I choose bullying related a school tragedy involving a 16-year-old student, Yap Shing Xuen. What makes this case especially shocking is that happened inside the school environment, which place that we are normally associated with safety and care. The fact that she suffered more than 200 stab wounds show how extreme and serious the emotional breakdown behind this case was. This case forced us to rethink how well schools are really protecting students not only physically but emotionally as well. Here is my initial reaction toward this case. When I first read about this case, my initial reaction was shock and disbelief. I could not imagine something like this violent happening in a school. It made me question the assumption that schools are automatically safe environment. This case showed me that when student emotional struggles are ignored, can lead to very dangerous outcomes. From the emotional impact, this case affected me deeply. I felt very sad for Yap and her family, but I also felt angry because this could possibly have been prevented. Many students struggle emotionally, but those struggles are often ignored. This case shows what can happen when emotional pain is left untreated. Next is for personal connection. Even though I have never gone through something this extreme, I have seen how small and teasing conflict in school can hurt students emotionally. This small action may seem minor, but over time they can build up and lead to serious emotional damage. Based on the source, here is my solution or improvement. One important solution is to integrate mental health and emotional education into school curriculum. Students need to learn how to understand their feelings, manage stress, and ask for help. This can prevent emotional problems from turning into dangerous situations.
For the second case, I choose the bullying case involving Nhaveen. What makes this case particularly serious is that the police later reconsidered it as a murder. This shows that bullying is not just teasing, but it can become deadly violence when no one intervenes. Here is my initial reaction for this case. My first action was shock. I used to think bullying was mostly verbal, but this case shows how serious and dangerous it can become. The level of violence involved was extremely disturbing. And here is my emotional impact toward this case. So, this case was very heavy for me. I felt sad for Nhaveen and his family, and also angry that such cruelty could happen. It also made me afraid because it showed how unsafe some social environment can be for young people. For the personal connection, I have not gone through something this extreme. I have seen bullying in my school, so many victims stay silent because they are afraid. This is why bullying often continues until it reaches a dangerous level. So here is my solution or improvement for this case. So I personally think that to prevent cases like this, we need stronger laws, early school intervention, and better psychological support. Awareness is also important so people understand how serious bullying really is.
For third case, I choose the bullying case involving Zara Qairina. What makes this case especially serious is that the investigation focused on bullying, neglect, and even sexual harassment. It shows that bullying is not just teasing, but can develop into a very serious crime. For my initial reaction was shock. I never expected a bullying case involving a teenager to become such a serious legal matter. It showed me that bullying can go far beyond small conflicts. For my emotional impact, I think this case was very heavy. I felt sad and frustrated because no young person should go through this level of suffering. It reminds us that bullying can destroy life. Here is my personal connection. Even though I have not faced bullying this serious, I have seen students being excluded or verbally abused. Many of them stay silent because they are afraid. This is why bullying continues. And lastly, here is the solution that I think can prevent this case. I personally think that schools must have strong anti-bullying rules, easy ways to report abuse, and access to counseling. Awareness among teachers and parents is also very important.
The next case I will discuss is the tragic death of Mohammad Nazmie Aizzat. He was beaten to death simply because he was accused of stealing money. What makes this case especially disturbing is that the accusation was never proven, yet people took the law into their own hands. This case highlights the danger of flagrant justice and mob mentality. Here is my initial reaction. My first reaction was shock and disbelief. I could not believe that someone could die just because of an accusation. This case made me realize that sometimes people do not wait for the law to work, but they act based on anger and assumptions. From the emotional impact perspective, this case made me feel very sad for Nazmie and his family and angry at the people who choose violence. It also made me feel afraid because it shows how dangerous society can be when people lose control and follow mob behavior. Although I have not experienced violence like this, I have seen people being judged unfairly because of rumors. This helped me understand how easily false accusation can destroy lives. For the solution, personally think one important solution is educating the public about the law and peaceful conflict resolution. People must understand that taking the law into their own hands is wrong. Authorities also need to act quickly so people trust the justice system.
The last case I will discuss is the bullying case involving Izzul Islam. This case became serious enough that 7 witnesses were called to assist in the investigation. It showed that bullying in school is not always minor, but it can lead to real physical and emotional harm when it is not addressed early. My initial reaction was shock. I realized that bullying is not always something small. This case made me question how effective school systems really are in protecting students. For emotional impact, I feel sad and angry. A young child had to suffer so much. At the same time, I feel hopeful that public attention might push schools to take bullying more seriously. Here is my personal connection toward this case actually, so I have seen students being mocked or excluded. Even when it seems small, it can deeply affect a child's confidence and emotional well-being. My solution and improvement involve school needs strong rules, clear reporting system, trained teacher, and counseling support. Bullying should be addressed before it becomes serious.
Across all the cases we discussed, we share very similar emotional reaction. We feel shocked, sad, and deeply empathic toward the victim. Many of us were also angry and frustrated not only at the perpetrators, but the system that failed to protect the student. When we look at the case like Yap Shing Xuen, Nhaveen, Zara Qairina, and Izzul Islam, We noticed that these tragedies were not sudden, but there were warning signs that we ignored. This made us to realize that bullying often grows silently before it becomes severe. This common emotional helped us to understand that bullying is not a small issue, but is something that can lead to be serious harm, and even that when it is ignored.
This shared emotion changed how we see bullying. We no longer view it as a simple teasing. So through these cases, we understood that bullying can become emotional abuse, physical violence, and psychological trauma. For example, in the Zara Qairina cases and the Nhaveen case, bullying escalated into serious criminal and violent behavior. This shows that when emotional distress and peer pressure are not addressed early, bullying can turn into something much more dangerous. It also shows us that when support systems fail, students are left alone to suffer.
Bullying does not only affect the victim, it affects families who lose loved ones, students who feel unsafe, and schools that struggle to maintain a safe environment. In cases like Mohammad, Nazmie, Aizzat, and Yap Shing Xuen, the trauma spread far beyond the individuals involved. Students who witness bullying may feel afraid, helpless, or even normalize violence. Social factors like peer pressure, social media, and fear of speaking up make the problem worse and allow bullying to continue. This shows that bullying damages the entire school and community, not just one person.
As a group, we believe that bullying must be addressed at many levels. Schools need strong anti-bullying rules and mental health education. Students need counseling and safe ways to report abuse. The case we studied show that many victims did not receive help early enough. If schools had better reporting system and trained staff, some of these tragedies might have been prevented. Parents, communities, and the government must also be involved to make sure children are protected and not left to suffer in silence.
After hearing all the case and reflection, my understanding of bullying became much broader. I realized that bullying is not just about one person being cruel, it is a social problem influenced by emotion, culture, peer pressure, and weak support system. Looking at cases like Izzul Islam and Zara Qairina, it became clear that when school and communities fail to act early, bullying can become life-changing or even fatal. This reflection helped us move away from blaming individuals and instead focus on prevention and collective responsibility. That's all from us. Thank you for your attention.